Hi, we're going to be sharing some E minor flutes with you today. Some makers call them a mid E, some call them a low E. Things can get confusing. These are going to range in bore diameter size, from the smallest being this one that I made quite a while ago. It's an oval bore. It's 3/4 inch across and about 7/8 tall. So this is the smallest one, on up to a 1 1/4 inch bore that this one will easily fit inside of. Big difference. So the first one, we're going to start with the smallest bore and work our way up, and then I'm going to do a comparison on two of them at the end. This is made from salvaged redwood, and it has a madrone block on it, and this is one of my earliest flutes. Brent Adams flute, real early one. This is kind of designed as an old style. The flue or airway is in the block on that one, as they are on the high spirits flutes that I have, which this is a high spirits, a 1-inch bore in walnut. This is what they call their condor bass with a 1-inch bore. It's the smaller bore. They say they make these for smaller hand sizes. The next flute, this is from Kenny King, from Kenny King Flutes. Beautiful, beautiful flute. This is made from dyed flamed maple for the main flute body, and then the dark is a roasted flamed maple, and it's a process that they go through to darken the wood completely through. The dye penetrates a little bit, but it's mainly just on the outside of the flute. Trying to play all kind of the same thing. This also has a 1-inch bore, and I put them, the 1-inch bore flutes have a very slight difference going through. This one is just a very, very, very slightly bigger diameter than the one from Kenny King. This one is made by J.P. Gomez, Heartsong Flutes. It's made from Eastern red aromatic cedar for the flute body. Rings are black walnut, and then red leopard wood for the end caps and the running wolf fetish. A little turquoise cabochon. J.P. Gomez, Heartsong Flutes, Eastern Red Cedar. The next one is from Dina Ross, Falcon Flutes, another flamed maple, and this one, this belongs to a friend of mine, and this I believe is a Buckeye burl on the end cap, and the fetish block has a laminate down the middle and a ring here that looked to me to be possibly black walnut. It's a very dark wood, whatever it is, and the bottom of the fetish block he uses cherry on those. Dana Ross, Falcon Flutes. Oh, I should also mention on his, it also has, this is an ambrosia flamed maple. That's what this coloration is that has it on part of the flute there. The next one is from Ed Doherty, Tree of Life Designs. Another maple flute. This one is quilted maple, just a beautiful, beautiful grain pattern. Beautiful flute with Padauk accents. A slightly darker ring there, and I'm not sure how Ed does that. It's another dark wood. This again belongs to a friend of mine. Beautiful, beautiful flute that he allowed me to share with you. And a small abalone cabochon here with a little starburst pattern that he does on quite a few of his flutes. Ed Doherty, Tree of Life Designs. This is made by a friend of mine here in Oregon. He lives just 10 miles away. His name is Don Butler, Spirit Wind Flutes. This is Alaskan yellow cedar, maple for the mouthpiece, what looks to be walnut for the little bear fetish block on there. And this also has the thinnest wall thickness of any of the flutes here. You can kind of feel it vibrate when you play this one. Don Butler, Spirit Wind Flutes. The next is from Brent Haynes, Woodsounds Flutes. And this is a Myrtle Burl Classic. He has since he made this. This is one of the last ones in that classic line. He has changed the material. He is now using maple burl. And there will be a slight difference in the sound because of the wood. This has a natural burl end on this one. Not positive of what the wood is. It's a dark wood for the bear with a little heart line on there and the mouthpiece, and then ebony for the ring and the bass under the bear. This starts into the larger bore size. This measures around 1.125 to 1 3/16. Because of this end, it's kind of hard for me to measure. That's as close as I can get, but a little bit larger than the last ones I did. Last flute I have to share is from Windspirit Flutes, another one from them. This one has 1.25" bore, really, really large. Eastern red cedar. This is what they call their regular condor bass. Huge finger holes in comparison to the 1" bore. The hole size is quite a bit larger because of the larger diameter. And this is what the big bore condor bass sounds like. I'm going to play the 1" one again. The 1" condor bass from Windspirits in walnut. And the 1¼ condor bass in Eastern red aromatic cedar. So, I hope that helped you to see some of the differences in E minor flutes that I own and a couple friends of mine lent me. I love them all. The sound of all of these will create different inspirations for me as I'm playing different tunes. And all of these have a very, very useful purpose for me. The quietest one is the one that I made out of redwood, and this one I love to use in like yoga classes, things like that, where I don't want to overpower the instructor because they're trying to give instructions to the participants there. And it's just a real soothing type of sound for background music. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful in letting you see what some of these different flute makers, how they voice their flutes, and what they can do. The best deal, I'm going to say, probably is from Don Butler. This flute he charges $100 or less for. Just depends on the woods and the fetish block. Fantastic deal. Real nice playing flute. From Kenny King, this flute with the dyeing process, the flame maple, these are expensive, much more expensive woods. $160 for this flute is just a screaming deal. Beautiful, beautiful flute. Bold, clear voice. I love them all. I love them all. They all have great, great response, great playing again, depending on the type of tune that I want to play, will dictate which flute that I grab. Thanks for watching. You take care.